Hello everyone and welcome to game 3 in the series between Killer and RSVP. Once again, thanks out to Zotac to still holding weekly tournaments. If anyone from Zotac wants to contact me, please do. My email is on my YouTube channel. Anyways, getting into the game, Killer is spawning here at the 12 o'clock location as the yellow Zerg. Meanwhile, RSVP is spawning as the light blue Protoss at the 6 o'clock position here on Metalopolis. Now, Metalopolis has been known to be a very Zerg-friendly map. Zerg-friendly in that the third base is very close, and because it does force cross spawns, you know that this expansion is pretty well protected. Now, just like on Antigua Shipyard, your third expansion is on the high ground, but this time there are no destructible rocks. I'm trying to naturally protect it. Wow. Now we'll see what the Zerg player does try to do, as Killer has spawned over here at the 12 o'clock position, as I already mentioned. Probe doing a quick check around the map, making sure that there are no overlords. Doesn't see an overlord. And now this probe is just gonna simply slip off to the north position and figure out what Killer's build order will be. We can see another low ground fast expansion attempt coming in from RSVP. RSVP really hoping to get a strong economic advantage, and I think he's really just trying to play similar to how Naniwa plays. Forge fast expansion every time around, but then again, it looks like the Zerg players have figured out how to deal with the Forge fast expansion, either with early roach pressure or getting up another base. Killer, however, this time around, opting to go for a metabolic boosted Lings first. So we should definitely see RSVP opt to go for a faster Forge, but no, he is going to be going for a Nexus. This is very interesting, going for a Nexus first, even though in the previous games he had gone for, I believe, a Forge first, not banking on his opponent going for a pool first. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk there. That Forge is going to take quite some time to warp in. Meanwhile, we can still see some more probes still being trained back at home. We are sitting at 17/18, so RSVP will end up being supply blocked for a little bit of time, and he needs to perhaps start warping in an additional pylon, as they're going in for a gateway and then gonna get for a pylon here. He's gonna be supply blocked for a very long time. He needs to get a photon cannon up. After the photon cannon, then he can afford a pylon, and because of that, he may end up falling behind in this economic game. We can see that he's currently where is that pylon now? A pylon is being warped. Where is it being warped in? I don't see it. Nope, photon cannon. Oh, he still doesn't have a pylon warping in. Finally warping in a pylon there. And yeah, RSVP just a little bit sloppy in terms of all of his food cap. Just constantly being supply blocked. I know that you have to halt your probe production a little bit in order to forge fast expand, but it always felt like he had 100 resources and never really utilized this. Also, RSVP has to be careful. He has created a little bit of a dead zone right here. If he doesn't change the rally location on his gateway, his first zealot will be warped in here, or trained and produced here, and that is going to be a very, very bad position for it. Photon cannon now apparently doesn't like the supply depot. Gonna go ahead and take it out. A probe was able to quickly come in and scout. And look at this Killer opting to go for roaches, and roaches very, very early. So this is going to be a roach push here off of 2 base hatch. And we'll see if Killer even decides to train up more roaches at this hatchery, or just continue to drone up. He can use this as a macro hatch, or he can use it as an expansion. One of the benefits of Zerg, as we now see another roach being trained off of this hatchery as well. Now, Overlord still being added. The Zerg is still training up more Zerglings, and perhaps going to add more roaches still if he gets the right number of larvae. No, training up the Zerglings, as he want to get those Zerglings all the way across the field. There is a Zealot sitting over here, activating the Zelnaga Tower, but with 6 roaches, 7 roaches, and 4 Zerglings, this front door will be heavily pressured. Now, I believe the way that these photon cannons are positioned, roaches will be able to attack the gateway without the photon cannons being able to attack back. And that is going to really slow down anything that's going to happen here, as the roaches now, they're just going to simply snipe down this Nexus. So the Nexus taking a lot of damage already down to 400, 500, And now with no Stargate nearby, RSVP is going to lose his Forge Fast expansion without really putting up much of a fight. It's already down to 700 hit points. One photon cannon. It gets off some easy shots. A stalker now coming in, but this is not going to be good news at all, as RSVP should pretty much now realize how far behind he is. The roaches should be going after the photon cannons and perhaps just continuing this push here. He wants to make sure that his opponent is not able to easily Forge Fast expand once more. That's why he's not going after the pylon, going after the photon cannons one at a time, allowing the Zerglings to get some easy shots as well. And Killer just destroying this base with a simple focus fire and a moving. Now the Stalker is going to get some easy damage back onto those roaches. All the probes have pretty much been destroyed. 11 workers killed. Now going after this Stalker there. A gateway is going to be added on this front door. Photon cannon looks like it will be sniped down. And perhaps even the pylon needs to be taken out. If the pylon can get taken out, this Stargate cannot do much of anything. Now, it looks like this one gateway, it looks like it may get destroyed here. Yes, it is going to get destroyed, but 2 additional pylons quickly warp in, and now here is that Void Ray. 1 Void Ray in the air, able to handle all of those roaches, but with the Harvester count now at 32 to 21, 2 bases to 1 for the Zerg, and with 8 drones on the way. I think we all know the ending to this story as well. And RSVP putting up a valiant effort with 1 lone Void Ray, stopping the rest of those roaches, but it may have been too little, too late. Proxy Pylon is warping in over here. RSVP pretty much needs to do an all-in attempt in order to get back. He doesn't even have, he has 1 warp gate and that is it. He's going to be able to warp in Zealots and Sentries and Stalkers. Will that Void Ray really be able to do much of anything? 1 Void Ray, 2 Void Rays in the air. Additional gateways now coming in. Probes need to be pulled off the mineral line as a Zealot gonna try to fend off against all of these Zerglings here, getting into a very good position. Zerglings now trying to perhaps get in a decent surround as the 1 Void Ray fighting off against the rest of these units. There are too many Queens, and this is simply going to be too much as the Void Rays now take down a couple Overlords and perhaps even this hatchery here. Now, are we getting up another Proxy Pylon? Yes, RSVP is getting up another Proxy Pylon. Looks like the warp gates have been completed. Zealots are now making their way out. And will it be enough? He needs to really pull off his probes. He needs to attack with everything in order to really seriously deal any damage. But the Zerglings now flooding into the main base, gonna pretty much go unanswered. And Zerglings against probes, never a good fight. And there is the GG. So Killer winning 3 straight games over Complexity's RSVP. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.